Hello, I'm Pam Hoffman, Everyday Spacer.
I'm Jeff Miller, 2049 Outfitters.
At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 12 midnight Eastern Time, and 12 noon on Saturday in Hong Kong. We're broadcasting live from Thousand Oaks, California.
Tonight's topic is NASA Solve. We'll be back in 8.3 seconds. NASA Solve is an invitation to members of the public to contribute their time and expertise to advancing research, solving problems, and potentially winning prizes as a result of their work. Specific projects listed on their site that engage people in problem solving include crowdsourced challenges and prize competitions, citizen science projects, and competitions aimed at advancing student education, and many more activities.
Thanks for the intro, Jeff. And I want to start off by saying that most people think that space exploration is for rich guys or something that governments do or something you watch on TV. More and more, space exploration is for you and me. NASA Solve is a good example of the possibilities, and you may even win some of these challenges or competitions, and there's some pretty decent money behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Thank you.
Sure.
All right.
Here we go.
So here's the basic site, and on many of the NASA pages, you'll find this kind of menu at the top. I'm not going to delve into this because this is a real rabbit hole. What we're talking about today is this NASA Solve part right here. So they do have this kind of interesting video, and it's a little bit, I actually think it pops up into a YouTube page like this. So if you want to play that, go ahead. This is not going to be an exhaustive, in-depth look at this. We're going to kind of just cover the basics, and then I encourage you to come to this website. In fact, why don't you share the link, Jeff? Yeah, he's
you want me to? I'll put it up as a banner too.
Yeah, awesome. Top one here. So there's the site, and go ahead and follow along if you like, or we can. We're going to kind of just review this page. You saw the video on YouTube. I'll go down this page and then kind of cover these different tabs at the top. So you can kind of get an overview of what the site's like. And of course, we've done a lot of the citizen science projects, but what you'll see here is some other opportunities that we never talked about before. So it's pretty cool. These do have cash awards and internships and stuff with them. And you'll see there's like an arrow to go. I think it's just that far. In fact, they've done one of these deep space food challenges. This is phase 2. I wanted to, let's see, let's look at a little bit of this real quick. So they kind of go into the project, what it is, and see, there's some decent money involved with this. If you can solve their problem for them, you can win this prize money.
Scott says, this is starting to sound really interesting to me.
There you go. And I don't think it's counting rocks either, my friend.
Yeah. $70,000 interesting, huh?
Yeah, you can count dollars. How's that? So, I mean, they have a good variety. I mean, there's things about Mars and this Rascal competition, Gateway to Blue Sky. I mean, just take a look at all the different things. And again, they've got like this one, they closed. They showed down below that it closed, and you can't really participate in phase 1, but you can participate in phase 2. Well, I think that might be constrained to the people that won or got into phase 1, something like that. You want to read everything, and that's one of the things I talk about. Go back to us. Anytime you do any kind of contest, be very aware of following every single aspect. Go over and over and over and over it until you have clearly answered everything that they ask for, because that is the very first thing that will get you eliminated. If you haven't followed all the rules and done all the things that they want, out the airlock. That's it. You don't even get to compete.
It's the first process of elimination.
Yeah. Anytime you've ever done any judging and you have this huge batch of people, or even like bosses who look for looks through resumes. The first thing they're gonna do is, yeah, no, it doesn't even apply. Doesn't even apply. Did you have another comment too?
No, that was about it. I mean,
Okay.
it's the first level one filter.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
because they have so much time, and if the more they can get rid of, because if you can't follow the rules, what are the chances that you did the rest of it right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and some contests are easy. You just throw in your name, and if they pull your name out of the hat, you win. I've actually won a couple of things, a pair of binoculars and a spotting scope a bunch of years ago. But yeah, anything that's more complex like this, absolutely follow the letter of the rules very, very carefully, just so you don't get eliminated. So you get a chance to play.
Yeah, and like if they say send it in on A4 paper, well, find someone from Europe to send you some paper.
Oh, you can buy some. You can buy some.
Or buy some, or or get a paper cutter and just cut down letter size paper.
I think it's
A4.
actually slightly taller and slightly narrower, very, very slightly though.
Oh, that's what glue's for.
I see. Well, when I was at Dawn's, she actually did some printouts. It was a crafty thing. She did some printouts on A4 versus 8.5 by 11, which is, I thought they were the same, but they're actually slightly different.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the page, Jeff, because there is a little more on this site. Oh, and you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter. I actually have the Facebook page up here. We'll look at that in a minute. But there's lots of
the thing that gets me is the Rid the Rocket challenge. Now I gotta think that it's Ride the Rocket and they screwed up.
I don't know.
Because I don't think NASA wants to get rid of rockets.
No, they don't. But they might have a, I don't know what. Oh, we got a, oh, hey, Dawn. Welcome. Glad you could join us.
Yeah. Oh,
don't miss the deadline. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those rules that, that's one of the great filters in a contest.
Yeah. And be careful things like time zones, especially if they say like 12 a.m. on such and such a day. It is not that day. It is basically the previous day, the end of the previous day. That's what they're talking about. So yeah, thanks for that, Dawn. Perfect. All right. So then they have opportunities to contribute ideas and help NASA with research and data. And we've actually, I think we talked about astronomy picture of the day, right?
Yeah, we did cover that one once.
And yeah, go ahead.
It's always worth giving that one a look. So.
Oh yeah, we love APOD.
Just search for APOD. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, oh yeah.
Oh, and they talk about it. In fact, yeah, received most of its volunteer images via email. So there's ways to, if you've taken a good picture, to contribute, and they may actually hang it up on their website. I thought it was interesting that they said, yeah, here it is. First image appearing on June 16th, 1995. In 1995, there were only about 10,000 websites in the whole entire world in all together. So they were one of the first websites in existence. But yeah, you want to read over the different aspects of anything they've got going on here. This one is not for money. If you contribute a picture to Astronomy Picture of the Day, and I don't think they actually go to the site. Which is
down below.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, you see apod.nasa.gov.
Oh, let's go to it. Let's just see.
Yeah, let's see what they got today. Let's see what they got.
Okay.
Oh, the moon and Venus. Very nice. Oh, and here it is. See, this is Georgia Hoffer. And they will give the name. They'll put your name on there. Now, the thing is, a lot of the NASA images are in the public domain. When they have a name attached to it like that, it is not necessarily in the public domain. So be aware of that. But if you want to contribute to that project, you can certainly do so. They had the, I wonder if it's still up here somewhere. No, I don't see it. They had the food one earlier. Oh, and you see this? We actually covered that in one of our episodes.
And we covered Stardust at Home also.
Okay, yep. Oh, Target Asteroids, we did that one. So here's kind of more of the citizen science projects. Oh, JunoCam, that's fun. I think we talked about that once too.
Yeah, so a lot of these are on Zooniverse. Some of them are not necessarily on Zooniverse.
Yeah, and we've got a page up, I think that has, yeah, we do. That has like more of these. Oh, we did that one. Was that last week?
No, a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Something. Anyway, all right. So lots of different possibilities, whether you want to win some money or try for. Oh, here it is. Deadlines for submissions have passed, but you can still keep up with these competitions. See, there it is. The the Deep Space Food Challenge. I'm going to look at this one too real quick because I like what they said about, let's find it here. Yeah, the astronauts need hearty nutrients to maintain a healthy diet in space, but like any of us, they want their food to taste good. And I know in airplanes, at least, they ramp up the flavors because you don't taste quite as well when you're in the air.
Well,
I
it's
don't know about
because
space,
low
though.
pressure.
Low pressure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the pressure that does it. Now,
Oh,
I don't
interesting.
know if zero G has any effect on that, because the low pressure interferes with, wouldn't think it would, but seems to interfere with things vaporizing off of the food, because a good chunk of your taste
I smell.
is smell.
Yeah.
You're actually smelling the things in your mouth.
Got it. All right. So, yeah, I don't know if exactly how it works for space, but I'm pretty sure they're not at the same pressure as the surface level of the Earth.
I don't know why they wouldn't be, but maybe not.
I don't think they are, just because it's hard. It's more, resources. Anyway, they have stuff for students, spacesuit stuff. I mean, this has a huge range in so many respects. I think, and I'm sure they'll be adding things over time. So there's probably something here for everybody.
Yeah, the CO2 conversion is very important for being out there.
Yes, very important. All right, so I am going to go on. So there's the site. I'm going to go over here. Okay, you saw the video, and it's only a couple minutes. I'm not going to play it tonight, but definitely go ahead and look at that. Here is their Facebook page, and they will put things like, in fact, I actually put this up to look at it. I have it in a few screens. We can look at that if you like. But they kind of talk about what are the possibilities. There's lots of different ways to work with NASA. And they have these technology transfer centers, but they've kind of, I think what the deal is with this is, and they sort of say it here, they have them all in one place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's not there. All right, so let's go back to, it's just a place, and they might even actually mention the things first here. I don't know for a fact. This one is kind of old January, so maybe not. I don't know yet.
Well, this doesn't look extremely active.
No, it's not quite. I think it would be a good place to announce things like that. But anyway, all right. So then as we follow these tabs, we do learn more and more about this project in this page about NASA Solve. It's an innovation to members of the public, just like Jeff mentioned at the beginning. So definitely read through all this stuff if you have an interest in checking it out, because you're going to want to know something about, like, if they ever have any kind of like in-person interviews or over Zoom or something. Yeah, look at this, $500,000 for building a regolith collecting robot. That's amazing. So, all these other things are fun, counting rocks aside. But this is a good place to actually try and solve a problem and earn some money doing it. And there's a frequently asked questions page. We'll get to that soon.
Huh. Just occurred to me.
Yes.
This is a freebie to anyone out there, that they build the wheels of the rovers in such a way that the dust collects in them. And so why not have it, as it rotates up, put the dust in something along the axle, and
for collecting,
it
for
collects
testing.
just by roaming.
That's a cool idea. On the one of the rovers, they were like told you may not put JPL anything anywhere, so they kind of did in the actual treads of some of the wheels. They put in Morse code JPL, JPL, JPL.
Yeah. So the dot patterns, the holes in there spelled out.
Dash, whatever.
Yeah, in Morse, JPL.
So all over the surface of Mars.
Yeah. Oh, does the solver give away the patent?
That's a really good question. I do not know. I have not gone through this extensively. I would recommend to you absolutely decide and understand what they're going to accept
And
exchange.
different contests might have different rules about that.
I can totally see that.
I mean, it probably depends on who's sponsoring it. So, yeah, don't know.
Thanks for the question, Daniel, and welcome.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, that is really cool. If you can figure out how to siphon it into the, and then what? Once it all builds up in the axle.
My other idea is a giant vacuum cleaner, which should work really great on the moon.
All right.
Considering it's in vacuum.
I'm going to move on because I am following these, although it changed. When you get to here, it doesn't have quite as many. Oh, Daniel came back with something.
I'm guessing that all NASA information is basically public domain stuff. No, because they work with private industry and they do not take the patents from the private industry. So, so if you get it, if you can get it patented, then it's yours. If you give it to them before you patent it, it becomes questionable.
Yeah, absolutely. Something to think about. And if you're going to delve into any of these projects, be aware and make sure you understand all the ins and outs of that, as well as following all the rules. Go ahead and go back to the website. We've got more pages to go through here.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to follow these, but they sort of changed. So the next one was NASA Solve News. So you can read about other groups, how, when, what they did. Yeah, winners named in, winners announced, 17. Now the $5 million watts on them. There's a lot of really good stuff in here, and it's possible you can actually learn. And I talk to Jeff about this all the time. It's like, why didn't those guys watch every single episode of whatever show? And we've seen cooking shows, and what are the other ones?
What are you?
With the knives, they do the
Forged in Fire.
Forged in Fire. You know, we watched this. It's like, why didn't these guys make every single one of those knives before they came on the show? But anyway, so I suggest that you take a look at all of these news items and learn all you can if you are going to participate in this particular project. All right, and so this is the success stories page. And I kind of like how they did a mosaic there. But they talk about some more of these groups. It's a little bit like the news one, but there's a little more graphics involved. All right, and then they have a frequently asked questions. What is NASA Solve? What does it want the public participation? And I do like what they're saying about questions. And yeah, I mean, because solutions can come from anywhere. I mean, I've heard about a lot of different things. What was it? A clockmaker figured out Latin lawn or something? I mean, it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to be in the field of these particular projects. Just have good ideas on how to solve problems.
Well, a jeweler, a goldsmith created the printing press.
Oh, no kidding.
Gutenberg.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he was a goldsmith.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Made some bad investments. Needed money fast.
And his name lives on even now. All right. So they who can participate? I wasn't sure if it was just. It sounded like it's anyone in the world. Oh, for children and groups. There's all kinds of questions here. So if you need answers, the frequently asked questions page is a good place to go.
Yep. And in general, answers like that, always read the specific rules of a contest, because
absolutely
specific trumps general. Just about anything.
Well, yeah, and it would be to the particular one as well. All right, and then they have contact information for NASA Solve. So you can read that. Oh, that's good. Washington, D.C. So the time zone thing maybe for you. All right, and these are the NASA Solve image galleries. Oh, there's that Aurora source again. So even if you're doing the crowdsourced projects, they've got some fun stuff here. Yep, there's the Maston winner. But just if you want to find out more about these different things and see some fun images, I really like that for that. And then they have the NASA Solve video gallery. There's the begin, the food challenge one. Lots and lots of different things. I'm sure this is a good way to get exposure as well. If you can be seen working with NASA, that can be very good for if you have a business, that kind of thing. Media resources. And here's the Citizen Science Project page. And we have done quite a few of these, especially if they were also on Zooniverse. But
I can pretty much guarantee that if it's on Zooniverse, we've done it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because at this point, I'm looking in other places other than space.
Space stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how they color coded them. So if you see the blue stripe across the top, it has, something to do with the universe. And the other ones are solar system, sun, Earth, and space experiments. But yeah, there's lots and lots and lots of things. And there's Rorosaurus again. We'll probably get to these at some point as well. Are we alone in the universe? We did that one.
Oh, geez.
Just detection. We got to do that one someday. That sounds really cool.
I thought we did, but if it's a Zooniverse, I think we've done
this one. This detection.
But that image made me think that it was a flat Earth.
Oh dear. All right, so there's the list of those. What was it? Oh, this was just fun. When I was looking and they were here it is across the top. These, I was like, hey, what's this? And I found this. This is really cool, and I absolutely recommend you do this because they're going to send you some information. Virtual guests at launches and milestone events. As a virtual guest, you have access to curated resources, schedule changes, and mission-specific information. And they're going to send you a stamp for your virtual guest passport. Over 1 million virtual guests have participated. I'm going to sign up for this right now just to show you how easy it is. You really just put in your email. Whoops, that's not it. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I do that a lot. And then last name. That's it. And once you do that, I think you're going to get the passport. Yep. And once you do the other things, they'll send you the stamp. So there it is. Definitely recommend doing this. And I'm going to go through the rest of this too. Select your opportunities. You can join the Boeing crew flight. And these might even be where you put your name on and they go. I haven't looked into these as much, but I've seen this page. So check these out. Is it really free? Yes. It's really free. Why should I participate? Unique way to experience the excitement of the launch or milestone activities. Some feedback. Oh, and there's people that said, hey, it was really cool. I love participating. Oh, and there's where some of the members are.
So I guess that answers the question of if you have to be a U.S.
No, you absolutely do not.
In fact, there's more people in Europe than in the
yeah,
U.S.
Look at that. I think they just know about it. Is there a flyer I can share? Yes. Oh, I didn't even see this one yet. There you go.
Oh, hey. Don says, I'm signing up for a virtual guest too.
Very good. Oh, here's, yeah.
Oh, hey, Cliff.
Hi, Cliff. Ah, you're right on time. We're still doing some cool stuff. Oh, there's kind of an image of the stamps, the passport. I think it's a virtual thing. Sign up for here. That might be the sign up again. I'm not sure, but it's just fun. I love doing this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thanks for signing up. Oh, your passport. I can get it. Cool. I didn't even know because I was waiting to sign up when I was live with you. Oh, there it is. Oh, it looks like I can print it out and fold it up as paper. As a paper thing. How cool is that? All right, let's see.
Oh, the second page just showed up.
Oh, it did. Oh, that's the instructions.
That's
okay.
The instructions.
So remember we were looking at Facebook. Here's that thing. New innovations through price. So that was an announcement, it looks like. But if you can learn something from it, I absolutely recommend you read it. Yep, they talk about how much money. So yeah, Cliff, you missed the money part. But if you participate in these things, you got to follow all the rules, of course. Remember that part. You could win some pretty cool prize money. What else do I have here? Oh, there's the PDF. And there's lots and lots of good information. You could play with this stuff for days. So, it's pretty old, July 6, 2020. And now it says Open Innovation Services 2. So they're probably going to have pages for any time they open a new project like this. So bring us back, Jeff. Those are the pages I have for that. So if you have any questions, let us know. And if we can help you with something, we will absolutely do that. Let me get back to where are we on the show notes? Oh, yeah, I marked it important and I already said it. So if you enter a contest or try for a challenge of any kind, follow all the rules. That's the first thing you can be eliminated for. All right.
Okay, some stellar events this week, March 24th through March 31st. How we missed the Ides of March? We didn't even mention that last week. Oh, well.
I don't know much about that.
Beware the Ides of March.
Yeah, I've heard it, but.
Yeah. Okay. March 15th, by the way.
It is. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. March 24th, Venus and the Moon are in conjunction.
That's tonight. That's tonight.
Yeah. Also, Uranus and the Moon are in conjunction.
Yeah, you want something to see Uranus with, though.
Yeah. That's cool. March 26th was Leonard Nimoy's birthday. So
he was born on March 26th in
don't know
40 something, I think.
A while ago.
Yeah.
March 28th, first quarter moon, and Mercury and Jupiter are in conjunction. Should be able to see both of those.
Yep.
Also, Mars and the Moon are in conjunction.
You'll see that too. So that's just in a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely worth looking at if you can see. You have a clear sky.
Yep. March 31st, Friday night show. We'll be doing something fun. Stay tuned. More in a minute. Find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel. And the moon is at apogee, the furthest point in its orbit away from Earth. Also, Venus and Uranus are in conjunction.
Some other events and activities. The Space Symposium is April 17th through 20th in 2023 at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is hosted by the Space Foundation. The Space Education Symposium is going to be Friday, April the 21st, the day after. And this is the one Jeff went to in November, you may recall. And he met some really cool people that we've had on our show already. A few more we can still contact, I think. Yep. But this is an all-day event. It goes 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. Do we have a link for that?
Oh, hang on a second. Are you going to talk about the big solar disturbances?
Oh, tell us more, Daniel.
Yeah, because I haven't.
I heard about it. Dawn and I were kind of going back and forth about it, but
yeah, okay.
While you're writing that up, I will put this into the chat and make it a clickable link for you.
Yep.
Yeah. So yes, please tell us more about the solar disturbance. I don't think it was actually headed directly for us. Many of them aren't.
Well, yeah. If you think about it, as far as the Earth is away from the sun, we're really, really small.
Compared
to the entire sphere of that area. So for something to hit us, it's got to be aimed just right.
But they can. I mean, that has caused, blackouts in places. So, in the grid of electrical.
Yep. As our ground wiring acts as a big radio antenna for that stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So the Space Education Symposium is hosted by the Human Space Program, and you probably heard of Frank White and the Overview Effect. That's some of the people behind it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, folks. If you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, or astronomy, we'd love to share our live. Join us again next Friday, March 31st. Everyday Spacer designs Googie and mid-century atomic age styles. Sometimes you'll see atomic age design, things like that.
That's some of the names that they have for them, and I forgot to set it up, so let me go set this up. And then if you don't mind, Jeff, share that screen.
Okay, just some examples of
yeah, and this is like a classic Googie style. In fact, this is very close to us here at the Los Angeles airport. You've probably seen these things. You may not have realized what they're called. And I have a couple more examples here, not to give away too much because we want to do more for the show. I just thought it was going to be kind of fun. And there's architecture, and I know there's restaurants here called Norms, and that's the Googie style. In fact, even the McDonald's arches in this particular configuration are known as Googie style. And then there's the retro art, something like that. And that. So go ahead and stop sharing.
Okay. And
so that's going to be next week.
Some more comments. And Daniel says, aurora sightings in Colorado, etc. I hear.
Yes.
Oh, that's
I have
that's
heard
pretty
about
darn
that.
low.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Cliff, there have been some huge CMEs. There's been very
Oh,
bright
very cool.
aurora Australis,
Australis.
Australis in
Aurora
Tasmania.
Australis.
Tasmania. Oh, okay.
I've seen some pictures on like Facebook.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else? Yeah, go ahead.
If we see any aurora in California, Southern
It'll be
California,
very exciting.
well, exciting is in the not so great sense of that word, I think.
You can still say exciting.
Yeah.
If you're fairly stunned. Oh, that was very exciting.
Fry. Yeah.
Yeah, well, our planet protects us very well. So
yeah, if you get something that bright, we're probably barbecued.
anyway, so next week we're gonna do something, like I said, a little more fun, and just kind of show you some of these googie mid-century atomic age styles. Sometimes you'll see them called atomic age design, but yeah, it's gonna be a little
Stuff that I grew up with.
a little bit out of our normal range of conversations that we've had. So can't wait to share. And anything else from you?
No.
Anything else from you?
Don't see it.
All righty. Well, folks, have a really great week. We want to give a shout out to Dawn and Cliff and Daniel and Scott. And I think that was it tonight. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We love to share these things with you. So
yep.
Have a great week, folks.
Good night.
Bye-bye.